Hey, welcome back. In this video, we are going to see how to create an explosion. So first we'll take a geometry node, go inside. So here we'll take a node called pyro burst source. So select this. And now it has been created some particles here. So if you click on this play, so see now we got this explosion. And also in this pyro burst source, we have different types of burst. Like see, if you go to this burst type, we have defaultly like explosion and there is a like muzzle flash. So if you click on this, now it will explode like a muzzle flash here. So we have different types of things. Defaultly we'll select this explosion. And also here we can see there is an option like initial size. We can increase and decrease the initial size. And also we have different shapes here. So we can set it to like different kind of shapes according to your requirement. And also here we can change the direction. So defaultly it is going to the Y direction. And also here we can change the spread angle. We can use this roundness. So just we can increase and decrease this angle. And also here we can use this trail length. So if we want to increase the length of these trails, we can increase and decrease the trail length. And also we can use this thickness here. And also if you want to increase the number of particles, we can use this trail separation. So we can decrease to increase the number of particles, and we can increase the value. So it will decrease the number of particles here. So here I can set some values here. So just I will put the value to 0. And I will put the value to like 3.3. And we have this spread angle. So just I can put it to like 70 value. And also roundness like 0.2 or something. And number of trailings I can give it to like 20 or something, and trail separation 0.04. So you have to play with these values until you get the desired output. So length I can give like 1.12 or something. I can give the thickness to, so we can give the thickness to 0.23 or something. Just we can give this value. And also if you come to this burst animation, you can see there is an option like start frame. Now the explosion is going to start from the first frame. In case if you want to start it from like 20 or 30 frames, just we can give the value. So in case suppose if I want it to be start at like 25 frame or something, you can give 25. So now the explosion will start after the 25 frames here. So by default, I will give the value to like 1. And down here, we have this frame duration. So if you increase this, so it will increase the time length of these trials here. So if you, the trials will stay for the 15 frames. In case it depends on your situation, how much long you want the trial should be lived. So just I will decrease it. And also here we have this overall expansion. We can increase and decrease the expansion of this thing. So if you click on this play, and now you can see we can increase the expansion of these particles here. And now we will go to this burst components. So defaultly there will be like 3 sources. So one is like burn, like density, and this temperature here. And in case if you want to add, you can click on this add, and just you can select the source type. So let's say if I want to like burn or something, you can set it to like burn. So now default I will just remove this. And next, if you go to this output attributes, here you can see there is an like particle scale. We can increase and decrease the particle scale. And also we can use this velocity. So we can increase and decrease the speed of this velocity. And also we can add the noise. So for example, suppose if you go to this information of this node, and here, if you click on this, now you can see the velocity of these particles here. So by this, we can increase and decrease the velocity. So if you decrease, now it is decreasing the velocity of the particles. So let it be like an 1. And also we can add the noise to this velocity. So the particles will go into the random direction. So we can increase the amplitude. And also we can increase the size here. So by defaultly, I will just turn off this. And also I will turn off this visualization. So if I click on this, and just will click on this velocity. And also here we have this quick setup. So if you select this, we have different types of setups here. So suppose in case if you click on this like source volume, here it will create the volume rasterized attribute here. So if you see now, so it has been added some volume. And also if you see, if you select this now here in attributes, it has been added the density, temperature, burn, velocity. So what the thing is, these attributes are coming from this pyro burst source. If you select this now, if you go to this burst components, and here you can see now there are like burn, temperature, and this density. So these attributes has been added to this volume rasterize. In case if you add any more attribute, for example, see like if you click on this, and if you add any like divergence or something. So if you select this volume attribute now, and see now it has been added the divergence here. And also if you remove this, for example, if you select this burst source and if you remove this divergence and if you remove this burn, and now if you select this volume attributes, now here you can see we have only the density, temperature, and the velocity. So now we will delete this. And also we have another quick setup. So if you go to this attributes and if you see this quick setups, and here you can see there is a pyro simulation. Now we got this fire, and after that it has been added the volume raster as attribute node here. So now we'll click on this play. So now we got this burst fire explosion. And also if you select this pyro solver here, it will import all fields here. So like if you come to this like sourcing, now you can see the density, temperature, and flame burn has been added. So as we seen in the previous video, we have created manually how to create the fire explosion. So for time being, we'll just delete this. So we can like create this explosion based on the points too. For example, if I take a line here, and now if you enable this, now you can see this. And now if you want to increase, we can increase the length of the line. And also if you enable these points, now we have these 2 points. So in case suppose if you connect this to this pyro source and if you enable this, now see it has been prepared the 2 explosion near to the points. So if you click on this play, now we got these 2 explosions. So we can increase the number of points. So if you increase, now it will increase number of explosions here. And also we can change the direction. Let's say we'll give the value in the x-axis and just we'll give the value 0 in the y-axis. Now if you like click on this play, and we got this explosion. And also now if you select this, so we can increase the initial size. So if you go to this burst shape, so we can increase the initial size to like 4 or something. And now if you go to this burst animation, now if you select this, and here you can see the start frame, it is starting from the first frame. And also it has been set it to uniform. So if you want to create a random burst, we can click on this option called like create randomized node. So if you click on this, now it will create a random explosion. And also it has been created one node called adjust start frame. And also if you select this, we have some properties. So now the operation has been set to like pattern type has been set to the random. And also here we have this minimum and like range length. So we can increase the range length too. So like we can increase up to like 10 or something. So now if you click on this play, see now, so now it is creating the random burst here. So if you see now it has been created the random burst. And now we will select this pyro burst source and the quick setups, we will add this source volume. So in this, it has been added the density and temperature, and also we want to add the burn. So we will select this pyro source and just we'll go to the burst components. And here we'll just click on this like add. So just we will add this burn too, and also we will add another attribute. So just we'll add the divergence. So just we'll select this and we'll divergence, and also we will enable this scale along the trailing. So now just we will get the more natural trailing over this end. Means this is used to fade out this end of this trailings here. So we'll get the nice fade out animation. And also we'll add a velocity noise. So if you go to this like attributes, output attributes, and just we can add the noise. So we'll get the random burst here. And now last we'll add an pyro solver. So select this pyro solver. This will connect to his. And just we'll use this now. So we got this burst, and also we'll add the divergence in this pyro solver. So if you go to this like sourcing, and now we have this density, temperature, like velocity and burn. So just we'll add and divergence. So just we'll click on this add, and here we can use this source volume, and just we'll select this divergence. And also in the target field, I will select this divergence. And now we'll see how the simulation works. So just I will go first frame, and now we'll click on this play. So now we are getting this slow simulation. So because the voxel size is very high, so just I'll click on stop. So if you select this pyro solver and just if you go to this setup and just will like increase this voxel size. So let's say 0.6 or something. And now we have decreased the voxel size, and also just will copy this parameter. So let's say just we'll put it like 0.5 or something. And now we'll copy this parameter. So right click, copy parameter, and also we need to change in this volume rasterize. So select this. So here in the voxel size, we need to right click, paste related reference here. So now we'll just click on play. So we got this nice explosion. So now this is a base explosion we have created. So in the next video, we will see some settings in the pyro solver, like adjusting the color, intensities, and much more. So see you in the next video.